I'm so mad. Oh, this children's game is ruining my life. What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Berman. Today we are hitting the VGC Regulation F ranked ladder with this Iron Moth, Iron Boulder, Pincurchin, Earthworm, Latias, Ogerpon-Team. Before we begin, if you wouldn't mind liking, commenting, subscribing, helping this video reach my people, helping the channel grow, I'd appreciate that. Thank you to everybody who has been doing so much work supporting the channel lately, helping that algorithm get these videos to non-subscribers. Gang, I think it's going to happen today. At time of recording, I think I'm like 15 people away from 10,000 subscribers, which has been a long time goal. It's very, very cool. By the time this video is out there, it might have already happened. Thank you just so much. It's so cool. It was less than a year ago that we hit 5,000 subscribers, you know, so it's just crazy. It's crazy how fast things can happen, and it's all thanks to you. I'm very, very grateful. Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I typically stream. I battle against the chat. We had one of those last night. It was a lot of fun. Make sure that you hit the notification bell if you do want to challenge me. It's only the first 12 people when the stream begins at 7 p.m. sharp that do get on the list. So make sure that you are ready to go if you are serious about wanting to take me on. Let's talk about this team really quickly. I wanted to use Iron Boulder. I haven't yet. And more importantly, I really wanted to use Iron Moth because Iron Moth gets Meteor Beam now. Meteor Beam has completely taken Glamora out of irrelevancy as far as I'm concerned, and I'm wondering if it can do that for Iron Moth as well, seeing as Iron Moth gets a built-in speed boost if you stat it out correctly, and electric terrain is on the field. So basically what we've got going on here is Pincurchin can set the electric surge with the terrain extender to make it so that we have electric terrain as much as possible. It's going to boost the attack on the Iron Boulder and the speed on the Iron Moth. Nothing's going to be able to go to sleep except for the Latias because of Levitate, technically. Just so you're aware, that's not the point of the team, but you can't fall asleep in electric terrain if you're touching the ground. And also what we've got going on is Iron Boulder has Earthquake. Earthworm can't get hit by Earthquake. Iron Moth has Sludge Wave. Earthworm can't get hit by Sludge Wave. Latias is immune to Earthquake, and when it Steel Teras, it's also immune to Sludge Wave. And Pincurchin and Iron Moth themselves have Flying Teras, so they also can't get hit by Earthquake. And the idea here is basically that we're going to lead with like either a sweeper or like Latias right next to Earthworm in some situations, and then we can Shed Tail out and get Pincurchin in to set the electric terrain, or get, Iron Boulder in on a Tailwind or something like that behind a sub. That's kind of how I've been doing it in practice. We're going to see if we make it work today. There's also the possibility that we don't even need to bring Earthworm because Iron Moth has been matching up pretty well into a lot of stuff, at least in my practice battles. So we're going to see. I'm excited. I hope you are too. Again, thank you so much for the support. Don't stop now. Like, comment, subscribe before the video begins. And without any further ado, let's hop into some battles here, shall we? Faust has Psy Spam plus Entei. That's actually interesting. You don't usually see those. Also Urshifu. Those are priority move users, and in Psychic Terrain, they won't be able to use their own priority moves. However, in Electric Terrain, they will. It's also interesting that it's a Psychic Terrain, but I'm going to boost... Unless it's Booster Energy Iron Crown, which it probably is. I think a lot of them are. I am going to boost its... whatever its highest stat is with my Electric Terrain. Because even though Psychic Terrain is Iron Crown's favorite terrain, it technically has synergy with Electric Terrain as well. Okay. Well... let's go with Moth IRA and Pokeworm. We're going to put Lego, the Pincurchin, in the back. And we're also going to bring... yeah, we're going to bring Ogerpon for the Follow Me's and the Surging Strix and whatnot. My guess, like, Ogerpon's a really nice Pokemon to have, and not even Tera, because my two main sweepers with this strategy are the Boulder and the Iron Moth, both of which didn't like Surging Strikes. So Ogerpon fit its way into the team pretty quickly. Oh, Faust likes Latias. I should have brought my Latias. If I'd known Faust. Oh, it's not even that. It's not even that Urshifu. I just expected it to be that Urshifu because there's no water type. But look at them go. Let's actually go hard into Pincurchin here. My guess is that they attack... You know what? They have to be really careful. Ugh, I feel bad about this play, but I ran out of time. My guess now is actually that they are going to attack Orthworm. But initially when I started that, I was like, they're going to come for my Moth. I think I was in a better position there than I thought I was. Cotton Spore goes into the Orthworm. Oh, no. Sorry. Into the Pincurchin. Okay. Oh, it goes into both. I always forget that. That's a really good move. They're going to Wicked Blow. We're going to go Shed Tail. Pop our Citrus. And I am going to go right back into Iron Moth. Now we're behind a sub, so that's real nice and good. Problem is, we could probably lose Electric Terrain if they have Indeedee in the back, and Pincurchin just dropped to that Wicked Blow. Which was the plan, but it's regrettable. Let's just body press Urshifu. I'd love to get a Meteor Beam off, but I think I have to Sludge Wave. I don't think I can afford to let Urshifu just like... We can't get Cotton Spore behind the sub. I can't afford to let Urshifu sit there. Like, the move that I would go for is Meteor Beam into the Whimsicott to get the special attack boost, but right now we just have to, like, do this. Whimsicott drops to a Sash, I assume. Yeah, it had to be. Had to be a Sash. Moonblast into the sub. I am going to quad resist that. Yeah, that doesn't break my sub. Orthworm lives the Wicked Blow, and we're in. We are in. We are in. Okay. Entei. Oh boy. I'm just going to Heavy Slam into the Whimsicott slot while I Meteor Beam the Entei. Entei is gone, dude. And the Whimsicott has to decide if it's going to Tailwind or attack. Yep. Stomping Tantrum, fine. Oh, they did it into Orthworm? Yo, that is just a rookie move. No offense, Faust. Let's hit the Meteor Beam now. Let's hit it. Come on. Oh, yes. Look at that animation. Oh, my God. The animation's so cool. I don't think, yeah, because when I'm using Iron Moth, typically I'm using Sludge Wave, I'm using Heat Wave. Like, you don't see the single target special attack animation from the Iron Moth too often. And that is a neat one. I feel like Iron Moth was one of those Pokemon that was like, eh. I feel like that's the case for a lot of the future paradoxes. I'm not... The Fluttermane's the last Pokemon. That is good stuff. I'm not breaking news here. I think every single one of the future paradox designs is redeemable by the animations they give it. Dear God, gang, like this This worked out perfectly. Like, honestly, they really did need to bring Psychic Terrain just to stop me from being able to, like, boost, you know? Like, I came back in with Iron Moth after just setting... Like, Pincurchin did its job. It actually, dying was fantastic in one hit. Because I just got the Electric Terrain down. I was a little concerned about them being able to set Psychic Terrain back up. But because they didn't have the Indeedee, yeah, get Pincurchin out of there. Let's get my Steel type out there so I can just Sludge Wave next to it. It was also a pretty big whiff on my opponent's part to Stomping Tantrum into the Orthworm. I do wonder if that was just a blip in their understanding. Orthworm is not incredibly common. I forgive somebody for not remembering that I'm, you know, immune and healed by ground moves. But that's just what makes Orthworm so nice next to Iron Moth. Good game to my opponent. A Suicune team. That's kind of fun. I'm terrified of E-Speed, to be honest. At least Moth is. Like, what do I do to a Pow Knight lead? I could see Orthworm being helpful there. And I actually think that Bold and Brash kind of matches pretty nicely there as I look at it. Is it his game and not Moth IRA's? I think it might be. Wow. Still no Latias, I think, because I do think I need Orthworm. Let's do this. I'm thinking I can threaten the... Like, I think that... I always want to call him Mighty Cleave. I'm thinking that Iron Boulder will threaten a Pow Knight lead enough that they might feel like they have to Sucker Punch it and attack it. That I can just protect Mighty Cleave, Iron Boulder, and maybe get a Shed Tail. Oh, okay. Not the leads I was expecting, but I'm not incredibly mad at it. I could fire Tera Earthworm right now if I wanted. I think I do. Let's Mighty Cleave the Entei. And we will fire Tera Earthworm while I just Shed Tail out. Oh, interesting. What's going to take a Mighty Cleave here? That can still get faked out. Suicune, cool. Suicune likes that I just fire Terrad, but ultimately, I don't know if I fully wall the Entei because I'm not resisting E-Speed anymore, but that move did a lot to help Orthworm just sort of like 1v1 Entei potentially. Mighty Cleave doing nothing without the terrain boost. But that's okay, that's what this is for. And the Reflect doesn't help either, obviously. Let's go Pincurch. Get the terrain going. We're going to get the attack boost here, but we're not going to use it. I think I have to switch Boulder out immediately. It's okay. Terrain has the terrain extender attached, so we'll still have electric terrain for a while. Yeah, Iron Boulder just doesn't have anything to say in this very moment. So let's do that. Let's actually Zing Zap the Suicune. Suicune's pretty bulky. Behind a Reflect, it's probably going to take this pretty nicely, but we do have the electric terrain to boost this Zing Zap. And Suicune doesn't have a ton of recovery options outside of, like, Rest, which is infamously an incredible set on Suicune Rest Talk. I don't love that. I do love that. Oh, that was some damage. Okay, Pincurchin. I think I'm going to switch target. I'm going to double into the Grimmsnarl here now. I think they're going to protect Suicune or switch it out. But I can crit through a screen. I can Poison Jab the Grimmsnarl, reveal that move. They don't know that I have a super effective move for Grimmsnarl right now. The Poison Jab will not go through the Reflect. I'm going to have to get a crit the old-fashioned way if I were to do that. Okay. Not what I was expecting. Grass Tera, how bad is that for me? It's not great. It's not great. Light Screen's meaningless there. I didn't even bring any special attackers. Ice Beam into the Pincurchin slot. Oh, we got full parried. But Pincurchin's actually just staying behind the sub. That's pretty nice. Oh, Pincurchin! Pincurchin with the poison. That's pretty good, I think. I think that's pretty good. All right, well, the one thing that getting full parried there did hide was that I was going for Ivy Cudgel into the Grimmsnarl slot. I think I just do it again. This time I think I Zing Zap into it, because I think that the Grimmsnarl is going to switch. And while the Grass Tera is annoying for the fact that I can't hit Suicune for super effective anymore, I could Poison Jab it, right? But it also is struggling to deal any real damage to me at the moment, so I feel all right. There's the Cudgel. We're going to get it. Cool. Spirit Break's going to go into Pincurchin there, who's a physical attacker. And we do drop the Grimmsnarl. That's good news. That means that once I stall out these screens, they're gone. Flutramane reveals itself. Boosting speed, though, not special attack. That's preferable, certainly. They have Reflect for at least one more turn. Okay. I'm going to try to Spiky Shield here. I'd love for Ogerpon to still be around for a minute. I think I'm going to try and Poison Jab the Suicune while I have Pincurchin on the field, even though I'm going through the Protect here, and that's not ideal. Or going through the Reflect, rather. They went for Hex. Dear God. They doubled in. Wow. That did nothing to Suicune. Wow. Okay. How concerned about the Fluttermane do I have to be? Let's go into Orthworm. Orthworm's going to take these moves pretty well. And Reflect did not go away, did it? Okay. Okay. I think... I think I gotta be nervous about Electric Terrain not lasting anymore now, to be honest. Hex into Pincurchin. Like, I might have to switch Pincurchin out. Oh! That sucks. I'm going to put a big, juicy Iron Boulder right in front of the Fluttermane so that it's not tempted to switch out into Entei. It's got to be scared of the Entei, too. But I could Mighty Cleave into the Fluttermane slot, and I can Heavy Slam. I'm going to opt to Heavy Slam, but I'm just going to protect Boulder, I think. How many turns of Electric Terrain do I have left? 2. Okay. Well, we're only going to make use of one of them, I guess. And that is a great move for them. I'll be gutted if they just attack Orthworm here, and my Protect from Boulder was for nothing. Okay, cool. Ugh, okay. I'm concerned. I'm going to Iron Defense and I'm going to Earthquake. It gives Orthworm a little bit of health back. That's what I'm thinking. And it catches the Entei on the switch. They're still behind a Reflect. I'm not expecting it to do a ton. I do have an attack boost for one more turn. But they also only have Reflect for one more turn. This is a chess match, man. There's a lot going on. It feels like one Pokemon on each of our teams is needed to take out the piece of another Pokemon, you know? There goes Reflect, and there goes Electricity. I could Mighty Cleave to really threaten the Entei, potentially kill it. But then Orthworm dies to a Scald. If I Earthquake, I could get health back for Orthworm to potentially live a Scald. But if they then attack with Entei, which I'm not going to kill now, maybe I'll kill. Oh, gosh. It's a roll. I got to get damage on the Suicune by body pressing, so I think I have to Earthquake here. And I think Iron Boulder is the fastest thing on the field no matter what here. They E-speeded Boulder? Well, I resist that. I also really needed the Suicune to not switch out there. If it had gone into Fluttermane, that would have been catastrophic. Orthworm's a fire type. It can't get burned by Scald. Body press doing an amount of damage there. Ooh, okay. We are coming down to it, huh? I'm going to body press Entei. I really need Mighty Cleave to be a higher base power. I don't think I can afford close combat. lowering my defenses for the Fluttermane in the back. Another piece of the puzzle. I die to a Scald now with Orthworm, unfortunately. There goes the light screen. Oh, thank God. What I'm actually thinking here, I mean, the Hex into the Ogerpon would be bad. It wouldn't kill. I don't think it would kill me, though. Can I get away with Protecting Boulder and Ivy Cudgeling with for one turn? I'm just scared of a Moonblast or a Shadow Ball. Or it's not Shadow Ball, it's Hex. Actually, does that help me? Maybe I just double attack here, to be honest. I'm going to double attack. The Hex is going for Ogerpon. Don't die. Oh! Oh! If you think I'm not salty calcing that, you don't know me. Maybe the crit didn't matter, but let's find out. We know that it was a speed boosting Fluttermane. So we know that it's not choice specs. We're going to go with Hex. We're going to go with Ogerpon. It's just attack and speed on my Ogerpon, which does help their case. And I am paralyzed. Hex into Ogerpon there. 75 to 90% is what I'm seeing. And on the crit, 114 to 135. So the crit mattered for killing Ogerpon there. Now, would I have won that game without the crit? I don't think it was for sure. I think they still probably could have gotten me. Because what is my Ivy Cudgel doing back? Ivy Cudgel's doing 89 to 105 into the Fluttermane there, assuming that it is max speed and max special attack, which it might not have been. But I had a 31% chance to OHKO the Fluttermane, if that was the case. And we saw that I didn't pick up the KO on Suicune. If I'd picked up the KO on Suicune, I think I had the game no matter what. Whether I killed or not with the Ivy Cudgel. Although I guess we also don't know if they could. No, because I don't think a D-Gleam would have then killed Boulder on that next turn. It's tough, and it doesn't matter a ton anyway. That was such a good game. That was such a good game. Good game to my opponent. All right. I'm seeing lots of stuff I want to hit with Moth in this game. I think Moth has a really nice matchup here. I think I might also want Tailwind, though. So that could be tricky. But let's do that. Man, lots of Grimmsnarls, huh? Have I run into a Grimmsnarl every game? It feels like it. It might have just been that last game was so long. I'm seeing a Moongus, which means that Electric Terrain is going to come into play in this one. And I think Ruveal is important just for the fact that I can really hard pressure that Primarina into just not doing what it's supposed to do. Like, out of the gate, I think my opponent has to be like, well, I can't bring Amoonguss and I can't bring Primarina. And that's what I want. The one thing about my Pokemon that I did bring here is that none of them are immune to Sludge Wave. All of them have Protect. None of them are immune to Sludge Wave. So you just gotta be mindful. Alright. I can just get the Tailwind here. I don't want to get faked out into the Iron Moth and then just killed. So we're going to protect Iron Moth for one turn. Let's also see if we can farm a Tera. Tera info. Anyone? Light Screen. That's not going to help. A Snarl. Well, that's not actually going to lower my special attack on Latias. Yeah, let's go. I can double into this thing and kill it. I feel pretty confident about that. Come on, Moth. Give me that sick animation, my friend. Lots of sick little animations. There it is. Bang. Gouging fire. Going down. We see the Spirit Break into my Latias. That's okay. Oh, and we actually lived it too. All right. Maybe there's a chance to reset Tailwind later on. In comes... Ooh, yeah, you're scary. I definitely want to swap Latias out. We don't need Pincurchin yet. Do I want Ogerpon to take a move here? Maybe not. But let's go into Ogerpon. I think I just protect Moth for a turn. I want to see what they're going to do. Latias offensively is really nice for the... Hey, Mark Messett. Thanks for subscribing, friend. You could be the 1000th if you just held off. Or 1,000th. The 10,000th. They attempted to Spirit Break into... That's interesting. Okay. Heh. Are you scared? I'm just going to double into the Grimmsnarl here, I think. Like I said, I can Mistball the... See, I don't want it to do annoying stuff like that. I can Mistball the Annihilate. I feel pretty confident that that's going to do a lot. Especially since we saw it protect, it means it's not like weirdly Assault Fest or anything. They do get the bulk up there, which is concerning. And we lose Tailwind. I could go hard into Pincurchin to get the speed boost, and then I still probably outspeed these things. I'm going to do it. I got to kill the Grimmsnarl before Latias comes back in and gets T-Waved, and then I can't outspeed the Annihilate. It's kind of where my mind's going. I'm also not trying to get fisted before I can move here. Oh, my special attack was heightened. That's not supposed to be the case. Oh, it's supposed to be speed. That mattered. Why am I special attack not speed? Oh my god. I was boosting speed at level 50, but when I upped it to level 100... It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yep, you gotta go down to that. God, that's annoying. All right. Let's zing zap that slot while I just Spiky Shield for a turn. The good news is... Rage Fist was only hit once now, right? Oh, that's fine. All right. All right, all right, all right. Try and T-Wave Ogerpon here. Cool. I think I can stall the light screen, too. Did it already stall? What's the timer on that? Attack was heightened. Better than speed, I suppose. There's a deficit. It is light screen. I think I'm doubling into the Annihilate. It feels terrifying to do this. But I do think that I must. We gotta crit it, you know? Like, we gotta crit through the defense boost. We gotta crit through the... I gotta deal so much damage to this thing. I really do. And this is the way I best know how. I'm so mad that the speed boost didn't, like... Because that would have put this thing way in range of an IV Cudgel now. Like, we'd be in a way better spot. What's the Roaring Moon? Balloons? Oh, I can Zing Zap you now. Why was Balloons important for my opponent? To boost the damage output of Acrobatics, potentially? It's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. Oh, God, it's not going to be enough. I'm so... so mad! Oh! This children's game is ruining my life! All right, I'm going to fix the rental code. You will have a speed boosting Iron Moth. I also wanted to go in and make the Concursion actually should be min speed so that I can underspeed Torkoals, so I'll do that as well. And you can Zing Zap Torkoals before they hit you with an Eruption. That's something that I wanted to change and forgot to before we started. So, you know, it's good. It's good. This is good. I mean, I'm glad it happened to me and not you. Good game to my opponent. Ugh. Hey, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you want to use this team for yourself, be my guest. The rental code and the Pokebase and the full team breakdown are in the description. Because this ain't it. All right? I promise this is a good team. It's a fun team. We had 2 L's in this video, but I think they were both L's that shouldn't have happened. So that's where we're going to be. By the time this video goes up, we might be at 1,000, or sorry, I keep saying 1,000, 10,000 subscribers, which is so crazy. And if we're not at that by the time this goes up, then we likely will be, thanks to this video. So thank you again, everybody. I'm so grateful for all of you. You're truly the best community here in PokeTube. I will die on that hill. Thanks again for supporting Iron Moth. I think it's supposed to work like that first game. And when I fix the team, it'll work for you like that first game every time, guaranteed. Thanks again for clicking on the video in the first place. And until next time, my name is Berm. See you later.